that your salary can become the seed with which you will build wealth. How to build wealth as a career professional. If you are a career professional or you have a job, you probably have heard a million times how you cannot get rich through your salary, or how you cannot build wealth working in a job. Is that actually true? Well, in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to build wealth even as a career professional, one who has a job and earns salaries. Hello and welcome. This is Dr. Obed. Here we'll talk about personal finance and wealth building. Now, if you are someone who has a job, what is actually true is that it is really difficult to build wealth if you depend on one source of income, especially one salary. It's not impossible, it is just difficult, especially because there is a limit to your salary cap most of the time, and no matter how much more you try, it's going to be difficult to increase your income indefinitely. Another reason why it's very difficult to build wealth through your one job is because if anything happens to your source of income, irrespective of how big your salary is, if you don't have other sources of income, you are going to be in deep financial crisis. So in order for you to secure your financial future, you need to look outside your job. Now, because of how important money is to your well-being and comfort, whether you are in business or you are a career person, you need to have other sources of income, or what is called multiple sources of income. Now, it's true that the easiest way to build wealth is through starting a business rather than having a job. Business is one way to make money out of thin air. It's one way to grow from 0 to 1,000 by creating value and being able to capture value. Having a job doesn't give you the much leverage that a business gives you in being able to create wealth over a short period of time, or even at all. Now, it's easier to build wealth if you have a business than if you are receiving salary. Having a business gives you some leverage to create and capture value adequately, as against when you are creating value for other people and you are paid just a little percentage of the actual value you are creating. In business, you can risk a lot and you can gain massively. The same way a business has a higher risk, it also has higher rewards. Now, that being said, everyone is not going to be in business. Some persons, they'll choose to follow their passion in their careers, and that is totally fine. Everyone cannot be in business and everyone should not, but it does not mean that everyone cannot build wealth. However, whether you are in business or you are a career person. So as a career person, there are strategies, routes through which you can also build wealth, and that is what we are going to be talking about. Now, as a career person, there are two main ways you can build wealth. The number one way is to start a business, this time by the side by side with your job or your career growth. This means that even as you are growing in your career, you still have a side business you are running. That is one way to build wealth, by creating a different source of income from your salary. Now, this business may be one that is related to your career, or one that is totally outside of your area of discipline. You know, the easiest way actually is to learn the business part of your career. You know, a lot of persons have skills, but they don't know the business of their skill. They have certificates and career jobs, but they don't know the business angle of their career. For example, if you are a medical doctor, you are either working for the government or you're working for a private hospital, which is most likely owned by a doctor. So you are a doctor working for another doctor. Or if you are a lawyer, you are probably working for another lawyer who has a law firm. So these your employers are people who have mastered the business aspect of their skill, and you are now working for them. So you can decide that you want to learn the business aspect of that skill you have. If you are a baker, it does not mean that you know how to run a bakery. You need a different set of skills to run a bakery, but you may be very good at baking. So before you can open a bakery, for example, that's a different set of skill you need to learn. So as a career professional, if you want to venture into the business of your skill, you need to first of all learn it. Do not assume because you have the skill that you can run the business associated with that skill. It doesn't go that way. However, you can also decide to start a business or a side hustle that is a different talent from your primary career, which is what some other people do. The truth is that the richest doctors and the richest lawyers, for example, are people who are in the business of that profession, who have businesses and employ other people. So they become employers of labor by learning the business aspect of that profession. But you can, of course, start a business that is outside of your profession still and build wealth that way. There are still a lot of persons who are in one thing, but they still have stakes, they still have businesses in a different industry. Now, starting a business, even as a career person, requires a lot of dedication and discipline and being able to manage your time and energy. But it's a sacrifice you will have to make if you indeed want to build wealth. If you want to go the normal route of just working and earning salary without any financial security, you can do that. But hence you want to build wealth, you have to make some sacrifices of time and effort into building something else that is outside of your profession. So if you run a business as a career person, the end goal will be either to grow the business to the point where you are now able to quit your job or leave your career and focus on that business because that is what you want to do, or you can build that business to the point where it can function effectively without you. That means you have put structures and systems in place, and you have people managing the systems such that they do not need your effort and input in order to produce results. This way, you are only putting in supervisory efforts in ensuring that the business is still running. This way now, the business is running outside of you. So you have time to concentrate on your career, which is probably a vocation or something you love doing. However, money is still coming in through your business. So for the business, it's either you are building a business that you will eventually leave your career for, or you are building a business that you will eventually hand over to people who will manage it while you still focus on your career. Either way, you have something that can bring you money, so that even if anything happens to the salary from your career, you have enough wealth to sustain your lifestyle and even increase it. So being able to manage that part of your life with your career growth is something that will require a lot of effort from you, but you are going to do that. Hence, you want to build wealth and not be the ordinary career person who is dependent on one salary source. Another way to build wealth aside starting a business as a career person is through investments. Now you are investing in assets, income producing assets, assets that will put money in your pocket. Now there are a lot of assets that you can invest money into. For example, paper assets like the stock market. You can buy shares, you can buy bonds, treasury bills. There are also things like commercial papers, things like real estate investment trusts, even physical real estate. These are assets you can invest into that does not require you to leave your job or leave your career to manage them. However, they will generate income from you. So investing is one very beautiful way to build wealth as a salary earner. That way, your salary can begin to help you build wealth by putting it aside and investing it into income generating assets. Any of these assets can help you build wealth over the long run. The idea is to take advantage of the wonders of compounding. Compound interest can make you a millionaire in a matter of years if you can take advantage of it. There is this story about Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. It is said that as rich as he is, 99% of his wealth came from compounding over about 7 to 8 decades. That means he has been investing for a very long time. So through the power of compounding, he has become extremely wealthy. That your salary can become the seed with which you will build wealth. Either you use it as startup capital to start a business that you can grow over time, or you can use it to invest in income producing assets, things that can generate wealth for you over a long period of time. You see, investing is like buying a day that you don't have to work again. And that is the concept of financial independence, that there may come a time when you cannot work even if you want to. There may come a time when you will lose your job, or you will even retire by reason of age. That way, if you are no longer working and earning active income, your passive income through investing, your income producing assets can sustain your lifestyle and even build you massive wealth. So that is how to build wealth even as a career professional that has a job. Thank you, and please do subscribe to this channel for other contents like this. See you in this next video.